What's going on, family? We are officially on the journey to 1 million subscribers, and my team and I are giving away $30,000 to help you pay off your consumer debt. That's right. 3E3 community members will each get $10,000 to wipe out their consumer debt. Now, do you want in? It's simple. All you have to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel and join my email list by going to anthonyoneal.com and clicking on the Join the Community tab. That's 100% it. Check this out. At 940,000 subscribers, we're surprising one lucky person live on my show with the first $10,000, and we're going to give that person a financial makeover before paying off their debt. So, before we get to today's show, hit that subscribe button and let's hit it 1 million strong before my birthday, July 1st. All right? Love you all. Let's get to the show.
People buying life insurance policies and all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, but do you just like match your 401k at your company? Like, let's start with the basics. Like, if you have a 401k and your company does matching, do you do that first? So it's not that these ideas are bad. I think they're just misordered. Like, the advice is out of order. And there's like things you must do first that are easy and require very little know how. I met someone the other day, we were talking about their 401k, and they're like, "Yeah, I do my company matching." I'm like, "Great, like, what are you investing in?" And they didn't know that they needed to then invest the money that was in the 401k, and I'm like, "Dang it, like, how many years have you've missed out on hundreds, maybe $1 million when you totally add it up and all the compounding." Like, we gotta start there.
Yo, listen, y'all, this is why I'm telling y'all, you all need to subscribe to Morgan's podcast, to her content, and get the book. Because I guarantee you, everyone's going to be in the comment section, Morgan, and be saying, he said the same thing. I'm like, you want to do crypto? Do
Fine, do
crypto,
crypto.
right? But it's like,
Do you
if
have a
you're
high
doing
yield savings
crypto,
account?
I was about to say that if you have crypto and you do not have a Roth IRA, you do not have a mutual fund, you do not have a high yield savings account, you do not have a 401k, you don't even have an HSA account, why are you doing crypto
What are we really
right
talking
now?
about?
Right. Let's just get the foundation built, right? And then my thought is, it's like, okay, cool. Instead of for buying a Louis Vuitton purse, it's going to cost you $1,200. Okay, go put that inside of a crypto account, as long as you have everything else there. Life insurance policy, trying to get, I'm like, man, for me, I don't look at life insurance as an investment. It's that. It's life
Insurance.
insurance. So when I die, this needs to benefit my family, and I need the most bang for my buck. I'm not trying to get that and have some money for myself while I'm living. No, I just go make other investments. I invest into a company, real estate, stocks, bonds, you name it. But life insurance, no, I want to get the most money for the bang of my buck for my family after I pass.
Right.
And it's like some of this stuff that is teaching, I agree with you. I think some of it is just we shouldn't be teaching it. But then the others is like, okay, teach it, but just make sure they have the foundation first. Because I had a young lady come to me, she was 42 years old.
Mhm.
She invested $250,000 into a whole life insurance policy. And then she invested $50,000 into crypto. And she came to me maybe about a year and a half later, lost all the money in crypto, and to only find out that the insurance policy that she had only pays out close to about $185,000. And
Heartbreaking.
so, and I was like, well, what made you do this? Well, I was watching this TikToker and they broke all this stuff down on the whiteboard, do this, do that, put, go get a land trust and do this and do that. And I was just like, oh, okay. And so she was asking me for advice. And I said, hey, I think you need to sit down with a financial advisor.
Yeah. I think what's hard is that there's not a lot of financial advisors that are responsible. There's not that many, actually. There's people in my life where they're like, "Yeah, I've got a financial advisor." I'm like, "Let me just see your stock portfolio. Like, let me just see what they're trading." And I'm like, shook. I'm like, "Yo, if we had just put this in the S&P 500, like, you'd be 2x right now." But instead, you're like mostly flat in one of the best. like stock runs that we've had in the last 5 years.
What's going on, family? Hey, listen, before we get to today's show, I want to remind you all that my brand new book, Take Your Seat at the Table, is in stores wherever you buy books at. Today, man, it came out here on the 14th of January. And I just wanted to remind you that, listen, the caliber of your financial future will be determined by the decisions you make today. And one of the key decisions you need to make is to take a seat at the head of your table, at the head of your life. Stop giving people the permission to tell you what to do with your life. Remember, ownership equals freedom. When we have ownership of our lives and our decisions, that's when true freedom, financial freedom, relationship freedom, freedom period, really happens. Listen, go to anthonyoneal.com/book, get a copy of this book. And if you buy this book here, I'm going to give you $2,000 worth of bonuses to help you fulfill your assignment and to reach your financial goals this year. Go to anthonyoneal.com/book, and let's get into today's show. So you have a 15-month-old, you and your fiance have a 15-month-old. What are you doing now? What are you all doing now to set your son up for financial success? Right down the road? You said earlier that you're investing into some high risk investments. I'm curious, what are 1 or 2 accounts that, other young couples with young babies should look into to start setting their kid up financially?
The most important investment that I'm giving my son right now is my time.
That's so good.
He doesn't have a 529 yet. I don't pay him out of LLC. I don't do any of that stuff. He gets my time, and he gets
That's so
my
good.
fiance's time,
Yeah.
and he gets a full-time caregiver as well, a nanny. So that is the best investment that I could give him, is that discretionary energy and time that I have, and a dedicated full-time employee that works for him. He is the baby boss around here. Uh, that is the best that I can give him right now. And I think because we are financially stable already, I'm not worried about his future. We do have a trust, so he
Mhm.
is the beneficiary of my trust. All my stock and shares in Blavity go to him. Everything that I have is in the trust, and he's the beneficiary of it. So he's going to be just fine, right? So I think, but the biggest return on the investment is time, and so I spend money to make more time for myself so I can give it to him.
That's so good. No, I love that. That is something. It reminds me of my brother-in-law and Yvette. Um, Belief in fatherhood. They have the chocolate babies. I have 3 nephews and 1 niece from them.
Busy.
And yeah, and so when they come up here for the summer months, they would jump in a pool and just, man, the pool is their full-time caregiver for me.
Yeah, I know that's right. When you're at that age, oh, please. Yes.
Right. They just jump in the pool. But one of the things that I love about what my brother-in-law and my sister did is my brother quit his job.
Mm.
And he said, "Yo, I want to come home and raise my 3 black boys." And he said, "I want them to see their father in their lives."
Mhm.
And my sister was super educated. She was in the school system. And so her income afforded that, because if
Mhm.
she would have quit, then it would have dropped the value and the quality of their home. And so he came home, and just seeing the impact of that time that you're talking about, being involved in your kid's life and your kids knowing who you are, man, it's just so refreshing to see the relationship, to see even the maturity of the boys. And then he was able to build a huge brand to where he was
Good
able
for
to
him.
retire
Yeah.
my sister. And then now, they're 7 figures, wealthy, like you said,
Yep.
and doing the things with the family, and the kids they're blessed. Their uncle is taken care of. They got all of it. Like you said, time, 529s. They're in my trust because I don't have any kids.
Right.
So
So they're the beneficiaries of your
they're the
trust. But
beneficiaries of
here's
my
the
trust.
thing, Anthony, if they had not made those choices, those kids could be wild,
They
and you
will be
can't
wild. Let's
ever
be
get back those
honest.
early years.
You can't,
And,
you know.
there's someone listening to this that's saying, I'm a single mom. I have to work. I'm providing for
Mhm.
my child and I don't have that time. So what do I do? And my answer is you always have time. There's always a trade-off that you can make to involve your child in your life. You got to run those errands, take them with you. They would rather be with you than away from you. And
Facts.
you just have to say, they don't know any different. So my love is enough. You know, you've got to, there are trade offs that you can make. I guarantee you.
Yeah. Yeah. I was doing some research on like this kind of book, and when I was looking at the books, I think I found maybe about 100 books that are similar to the approach. But when I was reading about the books from you about yours is totally different. What did you see missing in today's world that sparked you to write this kind of book about rewriting your rules? Because there's so many, help books out there, money books out there, but you're a busy woman, and for you to take time to sit down and write something, that means you saw something that was missing. I'm curious, what did you see missing? What was the void that you're trying to fill, and the reason why people need to get this book?
Most books are that are successful in this category are written by white men, and those rules do not apply. So we know this, we're taught this, our parents told us this, and yet we are not given easy alternatives on how to navigate the world
Yeah.
with our own set of rules. And so that's why I wrote this book.
Yeah, listen, and we gonna get it. And man, this is gonna be a New York Times bestseller, y'all. I'm gonna make sure that my team drop this book within the first week so we can
I
help her
appreciate that. I
get
appreciate
it.
all the
And
love. Look,
yeah,
I
no,
hope
we're gonna
that,
get it.
like, if this book can help 1,000 people, I will be happy.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
like if this book can help 10,000 people, I would be happy. If this book helps 5 people, I would be
yeah.
happy because it's already done. So at this point, I'm like, there's only upside.